On August 15th of 1947, the British government finally decided that it was time to grant India independence. India was not very culturally united at this point, so before granting it independence, the British decided to split the area in half, and the non-Indian half would be known as Pakistan. Immediately after becoming an independent nation, Pakistan and India were launched into a war caused by a dispute over the states of Jammu and Kashmir. At some point, it became clear that the war would not come to a close, so the UN stepped in and said, "Hey, can you please stop this war?" And then Pakistan and India said, "No, we cannot stop this war." So then the UN forced them to stop, but this still did not end the border dispute. So basically nothing got resolved. In 1956, Pakistan was officially renamed the Islamic Republic of Pakistan after adopting its first constitution. But there was significant political instability at that time, so a military coup took place 2 years later in 1958, which established a military dictatorship. Military control of the nation led to a growth in industrialization and economy. A new constitution was drafted in 1962, just a few years before another war happened with India. In 1965, India said, "Hey, I still haven't forgotten about Kashmir, and I'm willing to fight over it again." This meant that another war was about to take place. In response to this, the UN was probably thinking, "Dude, really? You just had a war on this less than 20 years ago. You couldn't resolve it on your own. You both lost, and now you're doing it all over again?" And just like the last time, India and Pakistan couldn't resolve it on their own, so the Soviet Union had to step in and say, "Hey, I'm gonna end this war whether you like it or not, and neither of you get to keep the disputed territory." Then, in 1971, guess what happened? Another war with India. This time, someone actually won though, and it was India. This meant that Pakistan would be forced to relinquish its claims in a certain area that is now called Bangladesh and grant it independence. In 1977, another successful military coup took place, and another military dictatorship was established. In that same year, the Soviet Union declared war on Afghanistan, and Afghanistan had so many friends that various other powerful nations, including Pakistan, supported them and fought against the Soviets, which is why the Soviets lost, even though they were like the most powerful country in the world at the time. Finally, in the 1990s, following more political instability, Pakistan became one of the first South Asian nations to become armed with nuclear weapons. That is the end of today's video, and if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with others who may enjoy them. At the end of each video, I have been naming a random town or village, and today's place is Malmesbury, South Africa. That is Malmesbury in South Africa.